Hi Scorpios, it's Nick and Nala. I hope you guys are doing good. It's for all my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men, and women. We're now covering September 20th till the 26th. And this week, we are kicking off with the full moon in Pisces at the beginning of the week on the 20th. So be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself if you find yourself getting a little sensitive, a little emotional, but it won't feel as foreign to you because this is in your fellow water sign. So you're familiar with the energy, but you may get influenced by it, or maybe people around you are like, oh my gosh, why is everyone crying? Why is everyone being so sensitive or so emotional? That's why it's kind of like a big release. So if you need to have a good cry or just feeling kind of in your feelings, emotional, don't be hard on yourself, okay? And don't be surprised if your friend is like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you could find that very well happening. And then on the 22nd, 23rd, we have the sun moving into Libra. So we're now going to be Libra season. That means we're 1 month away from your season. So getting close. But Libra season is definitely going to feel different than Virgo season. You may kind of feel that shift this week or a few days prior and a few days later, where we're not just like in our head thinking all about, you know, the small little details. We're now like, you know, being a little bit more social, talking to people, and you know, being more relatable overall, more relatable energy. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I literally can feel it in the air. Like when I'm out and about, like people are more talkative. There seems to be more people out and about. So it just may feel a little bit different. Okay. Like people actually making connections and talking. All right, and then on the 26th, at the end of the week, we have a grand air trine. So this is going to be a good day for journaling, writing, talking, presenting, coming up with new ideas. Like you can really tap into your creative genius around this time. This could even be a good day for like sailing, playing with a kite, flying, or maybe you're learning how to fly, or you're flying on a plane somewhere. Like it kind of feels like the wind, the direction of the wind is in a favorable direction for you. Like instead of it like going this way, it's kind of just going this way and you're just being blown out pleasantly. So this is going to be a really, really favorable day, generally speaking, for most of us. So if you need to talk about things or you're trying to get great big ideas out there, this is a good day for brainstorming, because you just may get hit with like, boo, 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 all these great ideas. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to get started and go a little bit with health, work, and love. And I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested. Okay. All right. So let's see. When it comes to your health, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like for this week, rest is going to be really important for you guys. Maybe recovery. You may not be going too hard. Maybe you don't have as much energy, or you're not feeling as like, you know, giddy to work out and do crazy high intensity workouts or anything like that. I feel like you can take it easy this week. Maybe rest. It doesn't mean you can't, like if you are going to work out, maybe just don't go too hard. You can walk and do other things that aren't so high impact possibly, but also just make sure that you're resting, okay? You may also be a little bit sensitive towards like spicy foods or a lot of condiments maybe in your food, so maybe be mindful of that. Or you just may find that you're kind of just like, I just kind of want to eat more simple this week, or you don't want anything that's too aggravating to your stomach possibly. And also maybe staying a little bit cool, this week. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, 8 of Pentacles, getting in that money. So it feels like your money is growing, or your business is growing, your skills, your talents, your gifts, whatever you're putting your time, energy, heart, blood, sweat, work, tears into is growing. Your hard work is paying off, and you may see the results this week, or you're going to start to see the results coming in. Like your money is growing, your confidence is also growing, and it just feels like you're really putting in the time, you're putting in the work, and it's paying off. It's going to be paying off. So, and it just feels like you're grinding, you're putting in the time, the energy, and your money is going to be expanding. It's going to be growing. So keep up the good work, stay consistent, stay dedicated, but also make sure that you're getting enough sleep, rest, and you're not going too hard all the time, because you gotta enjoy life a little bit. But I do see that your finances are improving or are getting so much better. So keep up the good work, guys. Okay. All right. And what else? When it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Six of Swords. All right, so some of you could have Aries and or Leo somewhere in your chart, which would be very powerful. Not sun, but moon, rising, Venus or something, okay? And on this side for this person, this can be your past, present situation, or near future, or all the above. We have the Four of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so who could this be? Well, could be water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and or maybe an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be, guys. It could be any sign, like I always say to you. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out. 4 is already repeated twice here for both of you, so I do feel like it is a very solid, strong connection that you guys have. I feel like you are more so the leader though, like you're kind of the one that calls the shots, even if that hasn't been like, it's kind of like an unspoken thing. I feel like you're kind of the more shot caller, and this person is just very, and their feelings for you are very fixed, are very like they don't change. They feel strongly about you, but they don't always kind of like express it because they don't want to seem like overbearing or like too much or too desperate or too needy. But I do feel like they are kind of craving and wanting more like love, more attention from you, but they don't know how to ask for it without like feeling weird or without maybe looking needy, I guess. It's like, how do I be needy without looking needy, without seeming needy, right? It's like, that's the dilemma. How do I do that, right? It's like, how do I get fit without having to exercise or eat well? So I kind of feel here like this person or this person's energy is like they're trying to play it off cool, but deep down inside, they kind of are afraid of losing you or afraid that you're going to lose interest in them. But they don't want to do too much because then they're afraid that you're going to like be repulsed by them. But they also don't want to like lose access to you. So they like you a lot more than they show. But I think they know that like you need space and you like doing your own thing. And they don't want to be like over, what's the word? Not over dramatic, overbearing. No, like do too much. I kind of feel like your presence is very strong and they get intimidated by it a little bit. Like, I think a lot of Scorpios have this, even Scorpio risings and Scorpio moons. Like, you guys have this really strong presence about you that you sometimes maybe are not even aware of. You're just like, I don't know, I'm just me. But as soon as you walk into a room or you're like around people, they really can feel your energy, if for the most part, but especially if they're kind of like paying attention. You have this really strong presence that for some people it can be kind of like, uh-oh, or like for others it can be very intriguing, like, ooh, who's that? And you don't realize this, but it's a very like powerful force you have within you that really like stands out, and you just kind of exude this like confidence, this like self-awareness. You know, maybe you just seem very like, it's hard for people to say, or like this person at least, like they feel like they can't say no to you, or like they're kind of scared of you in a little bit. Not like scared, like, oh my gosh, you're scary and like frightening, but almost kind of like they feel like they gotta like tread lightly and like scared to make any mistakes because they feel like at any instant you could be like, no, get away, or like cut them out or something. You can have a really good relationship maybe with a father figure in your life, or maybe you are a father if you're a guy, or you have a good relationship with a mentor, a boss, CEO, or you are one of those things. And I feel like you have your ish together. For like the most part, you're very focused. You're very like, if I see it, I want it, I do whatever it takes. I don't mess around. Like, you're very responsible and you're very mature and you get things done. You're like a no BS, no nonsense type of person. And not only that, you have this like magnetism about you. Like, you're also happy. You know, you may not always be like smiling and cheesing, but you're happy on the inside. You're like, nope, I may have a bitch face, but I'm happy, okay? And you may have really beautiful complexion, like nice skin tone, golden, glowing, or soft, I don't know. And you could also have really nice hair, whether it's short, blonde, red, brown, curly, long, doesn't matter. But you could have really beautiful, like you could be really beautiful, really attractive, okay? And just your energy makes you that much more attractive. I'm also seeing someone who's kind of like a mixed person, and you have maybe like caramel or like golden skin possibly, and you could have a really nice body. Like you could have, if you're muscles, if you're a guy, or toned nice body, if you're a female, like you're just you come off very full package towards this, like this person sees you as like, wow, like, oh my gosh, you know? And so they're scared like any little thing that they do could like make you walk away from them or something. But so they don't like to call out certain things that they don't like because of this factor. And they may sometimes pretend like, oh yeah, it's cool, no problem. Like, oh, you have work? Okay, yeah, no problem, we can do next week. Or yeah, I'll call you later, even though inside they're kind of like butt hurt. And because of who you are, just maybe how attractive you are, you could receive a lot of attention and like a lot of people who are interested in you, who like you, and this person's like, oh my gosh, like they get a little bit jealous, but they try not to show it, okay? They're very like, they try to keep it within, and it does bother them. Like let's say you're going to the gym or something, or to a workout class, and you're like FaceTiming them or talking to them, and they're like, oh, you're going to the gym? Oh, cool. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna meet up with my trainer, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, your trainer? Is it a guy or a girl? And you're like, yeah, it's a guy, or a girl if you're a guy. And oh yeah, he's really, really nice, or she's really nice. And they're like, oh, is that so? Is this person very attractive? Like, I think they're already like in their head, like getting a little bit jealous. And like, oh, what are you wearing? You're like, oh, I'm wearing these cute little shorts and Lulu top. And they're like, oh, well, isn't the gym kind of cold inside? Aren't you gonna get kind of cold? Maybe you should wear a sweater and some loose sweatpants. And you're like, no, I get sweaty really fast. And like, they go home. They're like trying to build a gym inside their garage so you don't have to go to the gym. You could work out in their home or something. I'm just kidding. That's really extreme. But I just feel like they're very protective about you, but they try not to seem like they are. It's like very subtle because they don't want to like do too much. And maybe you're going to be visiting them this week, or you're going to be going on like a little trip maybe, or a little drive with them. But I feel like you're going to resolve something, or you guys are going to talk. You guys may be going somewhere, or going on a date, or meeting for the first time, and maybe this person in their mind like, oh, Scorpio's gonna cancel, or they're gonna reschedule, or it's not gonna happen, they're not gonna come, I already know. And they're already like assuming the worst. I feel like they're thinking negatively, and then you end up proving them wrong. Like, oh, I thought you were gonna, like, they may kind of think that you're like, they can't trust you, but it's like just their own prejudice, you know, just because you're a good person, you're a leader, you're attractive, or you have all these great qualities, and a lot of people are attracted to you, doesn't mean that you're untrustworthy, right? Sometimes people make the wrong assumptions. They're like, oh, this person has a lot of people interested in them, that must mean like I have no chance, or they're probably gonna lie, and that may not always be the case, right? So I feel like you're gonna end up proving them wrong in some way, shape, or form by the end of the week. And this is going to help calm their nerves and their anxieties, because I feel like they worry too much. They worry too much and they're kind of scared. Okay. All right. So we're going to dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy's at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. Okay. So we'll continue on in the extended. Link will be below. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care and have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you all so much. Bye.